Hey everybody, welcome back to the continuation of our series, 0 to 1 with Mobile. My name's Jack Cunningham, product strategist here at Livefront. And we've been sharing 7 key lessons all you product folks need to know before launching your first mobile app. In this video, we're going to touch on lesson number 6. And this is to build feedback loops into every stage of development and launch. When it comes to launching a new mobile product, success truly hinges on your ability to uncover surprises and act quickly. Now this sounds great and all, but how do you create a system that makes this desire a true reality? One way we have done this is to build stages into our release plan here at Livefront, and that's what I'd like to share with you today. Now logically, when you're building a new product, you're going to start with development, and there will come a time where you feel like your product is lovable enough to introduce to the world. Get it in users' hands for the very first time. That moves us from this first stage of feature development into feeling like we have our first real release candidate. At this point in time, it kicks off 2 different processes for us. The first is confidence testing. The second is our pre-flight checklist. Confidence testing is a cross-functional acceptance testing process we do with our working team. Everyone gets access to the app and we take it for a test drive. This is really to gain confidence that things are all in working order. While this is going on, we begin reviewing the app against our pre-flight checklist. This is a list of hard-earned lessons that our team has lived and now helps us ensure that we're thinking about all of the little things that are required for shipping a product successfully. These are tasks like ensuring that we have the terms and conditions finalized with legal, reviewing the App Store listing page so it's just the way we want, and ensure that all of our development secrets are stored safely and kept outside of source control. These are all the items that we want to ensure we address sooner rather than later so they don't slip through the cracks as we ship our first version. As we conclude confidence testing and move forward with our pre-flight checklist, we move into this phase that we call our alpha release. We invite folks inside the company to start using the product. Now we're not yet getting this pre-released version into the hands of real users just yet, but we are inviting folks outside of the working team to begin giving us feedback. At this point, we're going to learn and synthesize the information they're providing us. This results in feedback and suggestions streaming in that will feed our continuous design iterations. If there are critical issues that are deemed to be, well, critical, we'll prioritize and fix those items before moving on to our closed beta release. In the closed beta release, we invite a small number of real users this time to that pre-released version of the app. This allows us to continue to get more feedback that we can act upon and continue to feed our design iteration. Once we feel confident the product is stable, we will open it up to a slightly wider audience, moving into this phase that we'll call open beta release. This process allows us to limit risk and learn without ruining any first impressions with our users. Moving out of the open beta release, learning and synthesizing the feedback from our first group of real users, and prioritizing any critical fixes, we will now have gained enough confidence to move forward and launch the first 1.0 of our product to the full public. The learning doesn't stop there. We'll continue to gain feedback from users in the wild and feed future design iterations. Now all of these stages have cycles of design, development, and release. It's important to ensure that you have tools set up to help you at each step of the way to collect good feedback from your users. This will ensure that your product lands at launch. We often begin our process with a set of in-depth user interviews. This is done intentionally to discover what it is that consumers need and why a product or feature should even exist. As we introduce these additional feedback tools and mechanisms, our level of confidence should be growing that this product should exist or this feature is hitting the mark with our users. You'll note that not only are we doing this in the design phase, but also development and launch. Moving from user interviews to things like usability testing, confidence testing, moving through those different stages with alpha and closed beta testing, all the way through to A/B testing with features in the wild. I hope that provides you with just a taste of how we've built our practice around lesson number 6, this idea of building feedback loops into every stage of development and launch. Now be sure to check out lesson number 7 with Matt after this video here, and maybe even catch a glimpse of some additional bonus content. Thank you. See you there.